Hello, oh, that's very loud. Jesus, what in the sound setting hell is this? Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. We're going to be getting going with Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke about 5, I believe? Yes. Yes, 5 sounds and feels right. So yes, last time we made our way to Slateport, finally. After many a technological and emotional hiccup along the way. I'll freely admit I was exhausted and I'm not feeling much better today. I don't know what it is about the Pokemon streams, but my body doesn't let me sleep the night prior. It's frustrating, is the polite word I'm going to use. But anyway, we got through Dewford Town, got past Brawley, made our way through the help of Mr. Briney to Slateport, where I had a bit of a mental breakdown before getting to the Pokemon Center. We were able to rest up, level up, train, and in many cases evolve a good number of our little friends. So let's get things started with this week's New Friends Reel. No losses this time again. Yay. But yes, let's get things going. And here we go. Good little Zoopsanic. Why was he doubled up there? That did not show up in the export render. What the hell? I have this muted, Jesus. Yes, so we got to level up a good chunk of our friends. Admittedly, the Curlier is much more involved than I've been trying to keep a lot of these. I fell down the Techware rabbit hole since it's themed after Ray. Yeah. Literally, like, most of the other sketches and things have been, like, an hour or so tops. Inadvertently, just not even paying attention, fell down the rabbit hole, and the Curlia was about 3 hours. Like, I spent an extra half hour on the Grovyle because it's our starter. But, yeah, no, it... was not quite as timely as hoped. And yes, Panda got bigger. So now, he must ponder himself. It's the little things that keep me going. To those of you that follow me on Instagram, I sort of gave you guys a wee bit of a sneak peek there. Alright, good to know. The stream is only about 30 or so, not even 30, maybe like 3 or 4 seconds behind. Yes, so unfortunately, just due to the sheer number of sketches I need to get done between now and the last time, and the various things going on in my life, did not quite get to polish off the line in sketch anywhere near as much as I would have liked. But either way, I do think that it was pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, let's just get going back into the game. And where is the game audio? Come on. Right, there is no audio on the screen. There we go. That was oddly befuddling for a moment before I remembered that I'm just being stupid. I'm good at that. Being stupid. But yes. Welcome to Slateport City, everyone. Our current party, everyone's level 20. Ooh, what did pick up? Item, take. Ooh, another great ball. I'll take that. But yes. We're going to put you not in the front because we're going up against Team Aquaturds. And they use a lot of Mighty-Enas and they're completely resistant to psychic damage. Captain Stern. The life in the sea is endless. Oh, sweetie, do you not actually know how to read? Put a lampshade on it, Nintendo. Right, I need to go into the here to deliver the goods. And I believe that's all we needed to do to open it up so we could go to the museum. I think I really wish I could move faster indoors. Nerd. But yeah, now let's take a look-see in and around here and just sort of hope things go a bit better our way. But yes, there's more air trapped inside of the ship. Yes, now I was about to go into a physics conversation. And I'm not going to do that to any of you because that would be boring as all hell. Given that this is supposed to be a Pokemon and just general entertainment stream. But I'd hope not. Right, that should have expert. Yes, they're all now inside. So now we can kick butt. Yes. Captain? Hi, hello, Captain. Womp womp. You're not getting these parts. In fact, you're not even welcome in these parts. Yes, Team Aqua Grunt would like to battle. Ooh, Carvana, which I believe is Water Dark? I think? Yes, Water Dark. That was stupid. Oh, piffle. Alright, let's drop a leech life. Go away. That's some good soup. Now, we do have to be mindful here, as the next level cap is 24. I don't get why they didn't just use the double battle here. Like, seriously, the game is codified for it, so I might as well do it. But, to each their own, I suppose. Alright, let's drop an Endo. Thanks, Sanic. Yes. Oh no. Intimidate. Shit. The hell? Good doggy. Come on, Pooper. Now, I want to check something. Yeah, like, it just negates. I do dislike that when you're confused, it, like, it's not a damaging attack, so why would I get hurt if I'm confused? That has always boggled me mind. Chomp chomp. Now what? If we don't get the parts, we're in for it. Ah, I didn't count on being meddled with by some meddling kid. Sup, Archie? I came to see what was taking so long to snatch some parts, and you simps are held up by a mere child? That is not his voice. And you simps are held up by a mere child. I'd be using a different voice if this was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but he's still very white in this game. We are Team Aqua, and we love the sea. And I am Team Aqua's leader, Archie. What makes you interfere with us? No, you can't be. You're not one of Team Magma. No shit, I'm 12. You just keep involving me in all of your bullshit. It's literally not my fault. Are you able to swim forever, Archie? I don't think so. No. All life might have begun in the sea, but not all life exists in the sea. Also, do you want to swim forever? I don't think you can. Nor do I think you should. So just shut up. Oh, shut up, you ponce. Just go away. Okay, you're Codex. Anyway, that was a tense situation. Thank you for saving us. Oh yes, I almost forgot that you even brought the parts from Devon! Codex handed over the Devon goods! Captain Stern! Whoops, there's no time to lose. We have to set out on our ocean floor expedition real soon. Thanks again, but now I've got to go. Feel free to wander around and check out our facilities, though. Thanks, Captain. Why did the music just change so abruptly? Heh. It's a display on the flow of seawater. Near the bottom of the sea, water flows due to differences in such factors as temperature, salinity. Actually, it's incredibly fascinating. It can create a number of deep sea phenomena, like literal undersea lakes where the water is hyper dense due to its salinity. Salinity being the measure of salt in water. Submersible pod. Yes, the title. We'll get to know you soon. What are you still doing here, you turd? Aye! What are you doing here? Me? Yes, you're late. You're late. What? Okay then. Ako taco. Let's see. Ooh, steel wing. I could teach that to a Gyarados that I currently have. Due to, I believe, it's either Rayleigh or knee scattering of light particles. Because of dissolved particles. Why is the water salty? There's salt in it. Let's see. I know this is geared at children, but some of these are utterly stupid. See, it looks like it's fish. No, go back in there. Right. We've meandered enough for today. Let's go. Fuck off, Scott. Yes. You didn't introduce yourself, you just insulted my clean clothing and walked away, which is, I'm gonna be honest, a first. I just saw Team Aqua run away from here like they were stung. Let me guess, you drove them away? Yeah, a little bit. Maybe. Just maybe this trainer? Alright, I think you're gonna become a good friend. Let's register each other in our Pokénavs. Wing, wing, wing. Registered this Scott person in the Pokénav. Hello, Scott person. So what you're saying is you're doing some like stalking, Mr. Talent Scout? I'm sorry, it's been a weird day. Let me through, bitch! Please move. Thank you. I believe that this just mostly sells things for secret bases. Yeah, so I think that you sell flowers. Stalls. One of these people sells mail. Ooh, I forgot about you, Energy Guru. Look, I know, it's new. I'm still being nice with it. Anyway, that's enough of that. How? It's literally so small. Oh, it's because it doesn't go through the ocean depths. You? I'll be honest. Some of the theming and things in Pokemon can be a little bit preachy. But I'm gonna be honest, like, the taking care of nature in the water table and thing aspects of this game actually doesn't bother me a lot. It's definitely nowhere near as preachy as Black and White. Looking at you and... Yes, you bet you missed. God dang it. Well, poo. Soup, can you just hurry up and land a quick attack, please? Yes. Die, birdie. Die. Fuck off, Edmund! Yes. You want a sody pop at the seahorse house? How about a knuckle sandwich? You're the one challenging me, Tuba Ricky. This is your own fault, son. I tried to give you an out. But no, you had to come up to me. This is your own fault, sir. Rude. Bat versus raccoon. Who will win? Oddly enough, the 3-ounce bat. Thank you for giving me your lunch money. Darling, that's what the tube's for, and the water wings. It's so you don't actually have to swim, Haley. It's quite literally their job, is to keep you floating even though you physically can't keep yourself above water. Slurp. That was a crit. That right there, that piddly little amount was a crit. The heck with this? Come along, children. Come along. Come away now. Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-bum. What's up, Brownie? Oh. Well, thank you, small thing. I think that boosts ground moves? Yes. It should be what it do. Yes. I don't have any ground type moves currently, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh, shut up, Dad. Let's give you to Endo, since I use you to bite a lot. Come along, boys. I do love when you can get a flinch chain going. It's very nice. Very useful. Let's do that and hope. Good. Slip. That could have been better. Continue to punch yourself in the face. Good. Chompers. Goodbye. I'm peeking a little bit. I'm going to back up from the mic a smidge. There we go. Good soup. Oh, Soup, you're so close to a level up. And yes, I do know Soup will evolve at level, I believe, 22 in this game. Fiery hot paddles. Yes. Okay, lass. Oh, you're not a lass. Just the same model. Beauty Johanna. If you say so. And I'm going to swap to farmers. Shift. And then I'm going to flick you with a grass type move. And sort of say goodbye. Oh no. Tail whip. Nothing says get fucked like super effective and a multi-level difference. Good soup. Good soup. Yes. I would like Soup Sonic to learn wing attack. Let's... Does anyone want me to do a contest at any point? I know I'm saying that when I think I'm the only one here, but still. I wonder if anyone else would find it fun. I actually do enjoy... No! Come on, come on. Yeah, no, getting rid of Astonish. It's really not that useful. Like, at least Leech Life has its niche uses of just sort of topping up HP. Would rather, like, Giga Drain or something like that. Looking at you, Jaden Animations. But yeah, no. You're darn right that's hot beauty, Johanna. Joanna the Goanna. I just wanted to have a conversation, you petulant little shit. Of course your name is Simon. For shame, Simon. For shame. You brought us upon yourself. Goodbye! Oh, you've got to be fucking me. Come on. no. Good soup. You know what, Sailor Man? I applaud your confidence. We should all ascribe to that level of confidence. Looking at you, Dwayne. Good for you. Good for you, Dwayne. Misplaced confidence, but confidence nonetheless. Ha 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 ha. Let's see. Let's throw a murder orb at them. Because I'll be able to resist pretty much everything they want to throw at me. Yes. Good. It has levitate, doesn't it? I'm an idiot. You're a pill. The immortal words of Schwarzy from Letterkenny. Get fucked! I didn't mean me. Just hurry up and die. 75 EXP. Good for me. Let's actually, no, screw it. We're gonna drop back. Yeah, we're gonna swap into Sanic because he actually has the the flying type moves. And I would like to level him up to level 22 if possible. Thank God. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Goodbye. See, currently the issue I'm having is that I can be a little cocky, but I'm trying not to be over cocky right now. Because admittedly I'm doing fights that I should have done prior, but I literally just bum rushed right to the Pokemon Center at the end of last stream and have just been fishing to train. It was fucking annoying and exhausting. Ooh, Sody Pop. I'd rather have lemonades, but I'll take it. I wish we could interact with the frozen ice machine. It'd be fun. Alright. Let's sally forth, my friends. God, I can't wait until I have a bike. I was gonna take a look at what it is. Alright. I'm not gonna do it. Because, you know, Nuzlocke and things. It just seems like a bad idea. Now the question is, do I want to do a Slateport encounter now, or do I want to wait till I have a better rod? Because if I wait, I can get away on that. And that would be good for me. Yeah, I can see the fairy isn't in at the moment, darling. I have these things called eyes. Oh, darling, there's an easy way to fix that. Well, not easy. Simplistic, but not easy. love to go deep underwater like that someday. Right. Onward to Route 106? 110. Alright, let's go ahead. What should I choose? Make a beeline from Monville on Cycling Road, or take the low road and look for Pokemon? Well, I don't have a bike yet, so I don't really have a choice. What's up, Birch? A little further north. Yeah, good luck with that, sir. I'm doing a Nuzlocke, so it's really not that useful for you this time, unfortunately. Right. Now, Route 110 encounter, so... Sorry, my nose is a wee bit stuffed. Let's see, I can find... Puzzle, Mining, Gulpin, or Electrike. So let's see what we get. I wouldn't mind an Electrike if I'm being honest. An Electric can be useful at times. You know what? Male Oddish, I know exactly what you're gonna be, buddy. I know exactly what you're gonna be. If I can catch you. Alright, one more and I'm gonna try to catch it. I just wanted to get it out of green. Okay! Okay! Oh, that's just rude. Not overly useful for you, but still rude. Alright, let's use... Pokeball. We're not using the Ultra Ball for this little pill. Yay! The weird Pokemon. This Pokemon grows by absorbing moonlight during the daytime. It buries itself in the ground, leaving only its leaves exposed to avoid detection by its enemies. I would like to give my Oddish a nickname, and it will be... D... N... D... D... M... D. To those that know, they know. I ain't just taking the piss out of him. Right. Who do I have in the front 2 points? Soup, Sonic, and Ray. They'll be fine. Whee! I would go anywhere to show off my delightful Pokemon. When you two Pokemon help each other, you won't see a more adorable sight. I will. The sight of sweet victory as I beat your teeth in. Right. Right, not doing anything that drops actual names. on stream. That's rude. Plus-line mining. Right. I've traced minus, which means that I need to take out the mining first. We can take you, fight, confusion, you. That's a good thing I'm not going against the plusle now, isn't it? Whack. Well, poo. Piffle piffle. You know, I wanted to be nice. We're not doing that anymore. I swear, if you screw me over, I'll be mighty peeved. Chomp. Come along, dears. Destroy him. Let's leech the bean and use confusion. Yes, and what a critical hit it was. Damn it. That's just rude. I'm at the point where I'm just mashing through it because it's just... Screw you! Just go away. Just be reminded, I did not ask for this fight. You just gave it to me anyway. It's because you're a God damn it. Come on, hit through the paralyzed ear. Good. Good. That no. Just go away. Please. Quit using helping hand. You're the only one left. It's literally just the AI wasting its bloody time. Alright, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna run back to... Pokemon Center, just heal up, get rid of the paralyzed, and we're gonna take a quick breaky break. Cause this wee bird needs to go to the bathroom. Holy money. Soupsanic's evolving! Where once he was soup, now he becomes... a bread bowl! The legs are so stupid. I do love Golbat and Crobat, but the legs are very stupid. I think we can all agree on that point. I'll have you as a captive audience as often as possible. But I don't want to do that. I didn't want that at all. Yes, they did their best, which is not much since they're a plusle in mining. They're literally pointless Pokemon. Like, at least the other Peak clones have at least some moderate use cases. Puzzle and mining are literally wastes of pixels. Like, it would have been one thing if, following the Gen 9 precedent, and if they could evolve and actually get stronger, but as they stand, they're barely even useful in the right way you find them. But yes, we're going to take a quick break, and I will see you all shortly. Alright, I hope everyone's back. I just needed to run downstairs. And we're going to keep going. Welcome back. I apologise if you hear any mouth sounds. While I was downstairs, I got a slice of fresh soda bread. Because, yes, I enjoy baking. I'm bad at pastry, but I'm damn good at bread. I'm good for now. Let's see, Route 103. What can I encounter here? You know, in retrospect, I realize I've got to actually check what the Oddish is. Right. Let's see. Route 113. Slagma, Skarmory, Spinder. I know, that's Route 112. Wait, where the hell am I? Am I 113 or am I on 112? 103, not 113. Jeebus. Well, there are literally no encounters on Route 103. I don't think there are. At least none I can get to right now. 108, 109, no. Yeah, there's nothing here for me yet, so we're not going to do that. Right. Hello, Granny.
I don't have a bike, so I'll take a leisurely walk on the low road. You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll get to Mauville before ye.
I don't even think I'm funny at this point. Hello, Electric.
Where were you before?
I'm happy with an Oddish. I am. But already had me backup grass type sorted with a Shroomish, so not exactly overly chuffed to see it now. It is, for reasons, a good Pokemon for D&D Dad to be named after, but also, he would have also worked to be named after a wee doggo. Bully for me, a dire hit. Let's see, male have a Wingle, a Lombre, and a Canvaskin. Turn your head, lad. Come on. Alright, Squigglet. We've given you options here. Just go away. Yeah. Well, that was a pointless crit, but I'll take it. I don't even know why I'm saving. I don't really have an option to restart if I fuck this up. Alright, May. Ponder's going over yonder. Ow.
Fear me.
Right. Let's shift you. I'm sorry, you what? I mean, fine, but still. What the fuck? I'm sorry, what? What? Okay. That is not good. What the fuck? Yeah, so need to update the deck counter. Did not like that. Didn't like that at all, if I'm being completely honest. What the hell? Like, politely, what the fucking hell? Yes, now I get a crit. A pointless fucking crit. When I could have gotten rid of the bloody Wingle. Instead of losing my starter. Mm-hmm. Damn it. Note to self, just have the bloody type chart open at all times. Fuck you, May. I am just legitimately flabbergasted. Like, seriously. That had to be close to a full one-hit KO for a Pokemon that was literally 2 levels weaker than me. That is obscene. Take. I just completely forgot that grass is apparently weak to flying, which is just one of those things that has never made sense to me. Store memories all alone in the moonlight. Alright, who we taking? Alright, Lost Boy. Said you were next, so you're next. Fuck. You get the Miracle Seed. Well, might as well take this time to check what my Oddish's nature is. Quiet Nature Oddish. What does that do for me? Special attack up. And speed down for an Oddish. Alright. Fucking annoyed. I can't get over it. I'm so fucking pissed. Pour one out for our homie, but still, I'm bloody fucking pissed. Alright, so we're going to be training our Shroomish the entire way to Moleville. Switch. What level does Breloom evolve again? Yes, thank you, Nurse Joy, dear. Balls to bloom at 23. We're probably going to be sending the rest of the stream, at least am I a bit angry. Moderately peeved at minimum peeved. Oh yeah, fucking electric, good for it. Yes, yes, youngster turd knocker. Yes. Timmy. Let's plopple each seed. And then run away! Mm-hmm. Go ponder.
Ponder it, yonder it.
It's so stupid. That was my neck, I'm sorry. That was weird. Character Edwin and guitarist Joseph. Do you want to write one song? Glory. Before you're left behind. Yes, make it rain the turd knocker. And then just make sure it's dead. Freely admit, I'm still mad at myself. I'm gonna go back and watch the VOD and be mighty annoyed. Like, of all things to lose after the second gym leader, the starter is not the one you want. Let's leave. Well then. Yay! Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna do something possibly stupid. No. We are going to make sure the Voltorb dies, because I'm afraid of explosions. They're self-destruct / the fuck you moves. bloody pointless fuck you moves. That's at least enough for me to think that I can at least attack safely. Right, you're part dark type. Fuck. I thought you didn't gain the dark type until shift tree. Shoot.
Watch your profanity.
Is what I need to do. I'll admit. I need to swap you to someone else. To heck with it. Come on, Endo. I should have switched to Endo in that fight. Loathe and learn. Loathe and learn. Live and loathe. Live and loathe, loathe and learn. Not to be confused with Lothering, which is something very different. Yes, flinch, you little turd. I'd like to at least get to Morwile. Not Morwile, Morville. Because Morville, I believe, has this generation's game corner in it. No, you don't get to complete your collection. You just get to go away. No. I'll never use it. I wish I could use that. You know, I'll be honest, there was part of me that was tempted to add a clause of, I've not played a Pokemon game in about a decade. I'll give myself 2 revives over the course of the entire run. Now, if I had codified that at the beginning, maybe. There is part of me that if I'm actually able to pull off something utterly, stupidly awesome, I would like the opportunity to perhaps barter for a reintroduction of a certain Pokemon. But that's neither here nor there. Just I don't care. Come on, just come with it. Let's see, we've got a Hexmaniac and a Cyclist, I believe. Psychic Edwards. I've got Hexmaniac as the female option. And Triathlete Alyssa. Fuck triathletes. With kindness and respectfully. Fuck triathletes. Why couldn't that have been the crit that the fucking Wingull landed? For context, my home is party to the Ironman Triathlon every year without fail. there is not a single local that ever wants it to come back. That should be telling in and of itself. The only people that actually make any money off that damn thing are the hotel owners. And that's literally it. The triathletes barely eat until the day after the race. Their families are all cranky. What does coal mine do again? You know, there's not a halfway deep. There's not a halfway awful setup move. I'll get rid of growl. But yeah, it's just the town makes money from licensing fees and basically Iron Man renting out use of the town. But beyond that, it really does not add anything to our coffers. Like specifically the day of the race, the entire town loses money. Like, no one is doing anything in town except meandering about. They've already all bought food places and snacks. The athletes might have dinner, but more often than not, they just crash. Like, it's just not worth it. Ooh, an elixir. Pokeball. Good for me. Ah, fuck off. Fuck you, Wingle. I really didn't want to draw death animation for farmers. I really didn't. That was in fact the last thing I wanted to have to do. Okay, lost point level up. Fucking Wally fight coming up, isn't there? No, I was in. Oh, fuck. I need to use the elixir, because otherwise Lost Boy can't do anything. Butts. Do I have a leopard bear, actually? Leopard. Oh. Leopard. Good. No. That's just rude. Slurp. Tentacle's just straight poison, isn't it? No, wait, no, it's poison resistant to grass. Yeah, poison is super effective against grass, which makes it annulled. Fuck. Alright, I'm learning. Well, I should say I'm relearning. This is fucking... None of this stream has gone my way, but not to a point where I wish I could actually just sort of turn it off and on again. The only thing that's gone my way this week has been technical issues. There have not been any. I'll take it. Alright, let's just spam Mega Brain. It's just such a demoralizing loss to lose your starter in the first quarter of the game. Wilmer. No. No. Not allowed. No. You're not to gain steam, you're just to die. Exactly. It's not allowed. You just die. Good. Good boy. Level up your right pasty shack. Come on. Oh no, water gun! Fuck off, Dale. Petra berries? Ooh, Nanab. I think those are only useful for fucking contests. Yay! But I might as well. Yeah, it would. If only I had a fucking bike. Right. I think next up is a fight against fucking Wally. He just has the Ralts. Which means I want to not use Subsonic. I want to use Endo. Because Endo is Dark type. An item. Can't remember what you do. Now an X speed. Yay. Well, if nothing else, I can sell the bloody tiny mushroom I think I might still have, and the revive since I can't use the damn thing. I did already. Never mind. Might as well. Shit. Not worth it. I'm still just mad because it wasn't even at the point where I felt I needed to use a fucking potion. It's Altering Cave over here, isn't it? I'm not gonna go there. Hey, Wally. Fuck you, Wally. Sweetheart, you have one Pokemon. Admittedly, you have a level 16 Ralts with Confusion, Double Team, Teleport, and Growl. But it's still a fucking Ralts at level 16. Like, I'm surprised you're able to get it to that point alone. Like, not even with a Zigzagoon or a Poochyena to post your bloody team. Let's go, Endo. Let's go. Wow. I was expecting an easy win. I was not expecting it to be that easy. One might say Mighty Hannah was born in the dark, molded by it. Batman. Wally. That was folly to attempt to beat me with just your outs. I'm sorry. Come on. Shuffle off your little shit. Sure. Fuck off, Scott. Fuck off. Hello, Game Corner. I think if I talk to Specky's here, I get the coin purse. And bully for you, shitstain. Where do I get the coin purse? I get in here. Hello, Rock Smash guy. Will gladly take Rock Smash, since I literally need it to progress. So thank you. I can't use it until I beat Wallace. Or not Wallace. Watson, the other W name. I'm good. No, I just already have a Pokemon that can use Rollout. Let's heal, regardless. let's just go to the game corner and see what we're working with. I know I don't. I'm trying to find where I get it. Fine, I'll take a tree cut. Well, that's just salt in the fucking wound, you cunt. Do I get it from you? Or from you? Ah, the young lady next door. But which door? Oh, it is the young woman in the house. Fuck. I don't know why I thought it was a guy I got the case from. Oh, I need harbor mail. Shit. Alright. Come on. Actually, first things first, can I check what I can buy from here? Because that'll actually change on if I actually care. Fuck off, Wally. Fuck off, Wally. I only barely care about your existence. I only care that you can make me stronger. I can't even check what I can get without fucking coins. Piffle. Worth a shot. Hey, Mr. Mister, can I get a bike, please? It'd make it a lot faster to go back to Slateport. Yeah, they are. Yeah, little route. I've been here for a while. Give me a bike, please. Thank God. I want acro. You go Noom. Acro go whee. Now, Acro's the bunny hopping one, but at the same time, Acro go wee. Sup, Chuckles? Iconium. I've gone a wee bit off the deep end, I'm sorry. Alright. Let's get some harbor mail. And then go get the the coin case. To the point that we can see what we can possibly gain. I don't think in Gen 3 you can buy any Pokemon. It'd be mighty awesome if you could, though. Like, I wouldn't mind the days of old where I could just pop in and buy a bloody Dratini. Wait a second. Do I have any repels? Fuck me. I knew I had a use for Harbor fucking Mail. But I couldn't remember what for. Long. Wheelies! Not doing cycling road because it's a good source of EXP and it will take a while. I should use a rappel. I'm using a rappel, so it doesn't fucking matter. I give no fucks. Whee! Perfect. I got to a point where... Oh, hello, lost boy. Good lord. How long have you... I feel bad. I just noticed you popped in. How long have you been in chat? I've admittedly been losing my fucking mind. I'll gladly trade it for that coin cakes. Thank you, dear. But yes, darling, what's up? Oh, thank God. Like, But... You did more music again? Sweetums. Alright. We'll take a lovely listen to that at the end of stream. I'll pull it up, but we'll take a listen to that when we're done. Ooh. I will admit, I listened to your track Cthulhu, and I did mighty enjoy that. But I'm very much looking forward to listening to Athenium when we get a chance. Let's buy some coins. Don't need to thank me at all, my friend. I enjoy listening to enjoying the creative endeavors of those around me. Like, I grew up in a very arts-focused area that, like, if people are creating around you, you enjoy the creation. That's just part and parcel with growing up where I did. Alright. I honestly didn't expect that to work. Pooh. Alright, let's check the roulette, because I don't remember how this one goes. Alright. Cereal. Betting on green. Nope. Keep playing. Let's keep betting on green as usual. Nope. Wrong as usual. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Come on. Drop. Damn it. Well, that's just bloody taunting me, isn't it? Is he the one that is doing the streamer sleeve? Or, well, it's on your leg, so I suppose streamer sock. But... Yay! I won! Let's see, I was at 50 when that happened. Oh yay, I cut even. Nice. It's nice to have people that can keep that in the family. My sister is looking my sister was looking at a local tattoo shop to try to apprentice at because she loves doing simplistic line art styles and things of that nature. Good lord, 58. I love tattoos, but I hate needles. I'm very much a person where aesthetically I should have a whole bunch of tattoos and piercings, but I just hate needles. I can't do it. I want to, but I just, like, the only way I'd be able to get a tattoo is if I was shit-faced prior, and I know that's technically not what you want to do. But yeah. My sister was looking at trying to work with a tattoo parlor, and my siblings and I are looking to get a sort of siblings tattoo between the three of us. But that'll take a lot of anxiety on my part to actually do. I hate needles. Like, as a person who has been stabbed, I do understand the addictive nature of them, but yeah, it's literally just, it's towing up to that edge before you take the plunge that is the worst part. Because, like, as someone who has been stabbed, the notion of being stabbed repeatedly, voluntarily, does not make sense to me. But yeah. Alright, let's heal up our lads. And we'll go do our best to trounsel the trainers in Watson's gym before we get to him. But yes, Lost Boy, actually, this is pretty pertinent for you now that you've rejoined us. You, who were our backup grass type, is now fully proper in the party because wrong button. The one that has been added to the death counter was our starter, so you, as a sneezy little shroomish, are now our primary grass type, my friend. The fact that his special abilities affect Spore felt moderately pertinent and apropos, given your allergies. Right. Yeah, there is that. No, if I had the money and time, I have a fully designed back piece that I've done all in, like, woad style Celtic knotwork that I would love to get done on my back, but also, oof. Yeah, no, I do my best to, like, it's very telling when I've named things that are just like I was waiting to get Pokemon to name after you and various people. Like, I'll see if I can find the image for it. It's furthering into the artistic endeavors of our area. My family is very artistically inclined, and I think part of it was just to keep my siblings and I entertained when we were growing up, so we were slightly less underfoot.
Oh.
But yes, so we started doing Celtic Knots work and scribing from a young age. And it's just always been something that I do to just sort of pass the time and just putter around. Oh. There we go. But yeah, it is something that I actually was able to use as part of a class project. So I, as a theater major in college, took a costume design course. And our final in that was to design a production of Hamlet. However, there were specific caveats. We could not design it for Elizabethan England in terms of setting, or contemporary. We had to pick any other option for it. So I set mine in Viking era Denmark. Considering what we know about Shakespeare, he pulled from existing plays and things of that nature. So what if he took from an old tale? So I actually pulled from Berserker myth for the duel between Laertes and Hamlet. Family Hamlet was depicted by a stag, whereas Polonius, Ophelia, and Laertes were depicted by the ravens, as they were the their family were primarily ambassadors and not ambassadors, advisors to the king, like Hugin and Munin for Odin. So, considering in Berserker myth, ooh, nice. God damn it, surprise Pikachu. But yeah, so in Berserker myth, beyond just the imbibing of a mushroom slurry tea that was very much hallucinogenic and psychotropic, they would don themselves in skins and pelts. So for the duel, Hamlet would be swathed in a deer pelt, but as you know, Laertes a little too large to be, completely swathed in the pelt of a raven, designing a cloak where the back piece was then using this sort of woad carving and Celtic knotwork raven that I designed. Was added into it. I'll freely admit that was very much a project where I was a wee bit of an overachiever. And by wee, I mean extremely overachieving. I get rid of the Voltor because they might have, explosions. Oh, thank God. So, it was a project where we needed 8 character sketches, for the project. And like full write-ups and things. But I have it backwards. Water gun on the Voltor. Confusion on the Metatite. I had about 23 various sketches. Because like in Viking culture, every item you carried upon you had a large amount of importance. Ooh, nice. Oh, fuck you, Metatite, with your magic pixel. Yay, Ponder leveled up. Now, what Oni style are you going? Like, are you going white Hanya or are you going red Oni? There's a large swath of various Oni masks to pull from, so I'm wondering if you're pulling from anyone specific. Right, Kirk? Now, I think I can... No, I can't. I do need to go this way around, because I was going to set it off. There we go. Now, I have an opportunity to skip. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap you to Indo. Oh! Yeesh! And especially considering, like, just the first pass is just the line work. Now, roughly how many sessions are you going to break that into? Are you going to try to do, like, all in 3, like, roughly 12-hour sessions? Or are you going to try to break it up more? Because, like, assuming that the first session alone will just be the line work before you go into fill and then with shading. You know, those are very effective and pertinent caveats, my friend. Let's use a quick bite on the zigzagoon. Yes, flinch. Oh, what's the big issue though? Why do you have a gulpin in a freaking electric gym? Yes, flinch. And keep flinching. Until soon, not much matters anymore. That's good. This is not a special move anymore. It is. Fuck. Go away. Oh, poo. I was hoping I'd level up. Might as well hit all of them. Bugmaniac Angelo and guitarist Sean. Sean! Unfortunately, I don't have any AoE attacks yet, which is annoying. But what we're going to do is we're going to double down on the Voltorb because I don't want it to have anything that could fuck me over. Oh, fuck. Oh, hello. No. Oh, thank God. Come on. Let's just buy the Voltorb. And we're gonna confuse the enemies there. Come along, boys. Come on, boys. Won't you shake a poor sinner's hand? Yay, Endo level up. Nice Dougie. Oh, fuck. Yeah. That is the one benefit of being a very pale cultic motherfucker, is that if I ever get tattoos, I really don't need more than, like, 1 or 2 passes to make sure everything is, where it needs to be. But in that regard, I am sorry that, that is not a universal experience. That being said, though, I have seen a delightful use of white ink on those of much more melanistic descents than I, and it does create a lovely, almost, I don't want to say highlighted, but it creates, like, visually it does harken back to almost like ritualistic scarification, but without it being anywhere nearly as painful or damaging in terms of the overall aesthetic leanings, which could be a fun thing to play with. Oof, congested. Nice! No, I remember seeing it was almost like a ghosted sleeve where it was just white ink line art. It was gorgeous. Unfortunately, it was one of those ones that was like, I saw it in the wild, so I wasn't able to get a photo of it, unfortunately. But, oh, it was gorgeous. Like, it was almost like... It was a lot of, like, henna patterns going up her forearm, and it was gorgeous because it was just done in a very, very pale white ink on a nice, deep, desi skin tone, and it was gorgeous. Come on, Volbeat, just die. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Go away. Go, just die. Just die. Just die. I only want to lose... I don't want to lose any more than one today. Thank fuck. Ha. Right. Someone is calling my name downstairs. I will be right back. But we will probably, at that point, listen to certain Lost Boy music and see where we're at, where we're feeling. But I'll be back in like maybe 2 minutes. Very nice. And yes, I'm back. I made a fresh batch of a sourdough starter leavened sourdough bread. Or no, a sourdough leavened Irish soda bread. And family. Thank you. Oh, I should probably. And yes, people were just wondering if it was a-okay for them to cut into as well. So a nice, simple and easy question. Alright. What is... Watson's team? Let's see, a level 24 tool, level 20 electric, and a level 22 magneton, and a level 24 electric. So... I'm gonna rest this team, and I'm gonna look through all of our various babies for who I want to use. But while I'm doing that, we're going to listen to some lovely Lost Boy music in the meantime. So we're gonna jump to the chatting screen. Come along. Where is the... There we go. The delay in the VTuber popping up is ridiculous, I'll be completely honest. But in the meantime, let's pull up some Lost Boy music. The track titled Athenium. Yes. I already love it. That's awesome, man. I love that. It's delightfully jaunty. That is a delightful little ditty, my friend. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, similarly to what we were, what I was saying before about using the original track, in a lore video. So, it's something that both Ray and I have been throwing back and forth, in that we're both, animalistic, anthropomorphized and hybridized characters, in that both of us would probably have a full-on monster mode, if the mood struck us. And considering that, if you've ever seen birds just sort of like hop and walk along the ground, I'm just picturing full monster codex just sort of like bebopping up and down, just walking very much in the cadence of that, and it's delightful to think about, if I'm being honest. And that's just fucking great. Thank you. Like, hands down, thank you, sir. every little ditty you create is fucking awesome. Thank you. Aw. Alright. Let's get back to the game for now, though. As we get back into... I need to unmute this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a very important time crunch there, my friend. Before you have 35 little mouthful snackies. Right, let's see. We've got mostly a team of 21 and 22s. And then there's you, Lost Boy, that's sort of shuffled in. What Pokemon has the highest special defense in my group? Summary. 35, 37, 32, 38, 32. Holy shit! Alright, Azumarill. Alright. Was self-destruct special, or...? Self-destruct is physical, so who has the greatest physical defense? 46. Still Azumarill. Shoot, dang it. Right, so unfortunately I think I want to use Azumarill to open with the Voltorb, see if I can take it out. Then use anyone else to try to knock the rest of the party out, whilst taking the time to heal up the Azumarill, and then bring that back in for the Manectric. So, in my head, visually, it's somewhere between the Rito from Breath of the Wild, and if you're familiar with the online cartoon series Hell of a Boss, somewhere between the Rito and Prince Stolas is sort of the general vibe. Like, I have a lot of improvised sketches, I just don't have a finalized design for full Monster Form Codex. But yeah, like somewhere between that vibe and Wan Shitong from it's so good. I haven't gotten a chance to sit down and pound through a majority of the new season yet. But that will be something that I will probably be doing in the next couple of days. I love Hell of a Boss, but it's very much one of those shows that I enjoy binging more than watching it as it airs, if that makes sense. Just like each story is just so bite-sized that it's like it's very much that I just want the next one. So it's like I like waiting until I have a couple of episodes I can watch at the same time. And I don't mean this in a derivative or a down playing sort of way, but it's perfect junk food consumption where you just keep wanting more every bite you take. But in that regard, I'm also very much looking forward to watching the pilot of Lackadaisy, which I don't know if you're familiar with that one, but it's a world of cats during the Prohibition. And as someone who voraciously devoured the original webcomic it's based on, I'm very excited. And considering I know a couple of the names associated with the... Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I'm very excited. But in that regard, let's go and try to tackle Watson. This will probably go poorly. Actually, no. I'm not gonna go attack Watson. I'm gonna do something a little bit smarter and train and get an additional encounter because I'd like to survive. Alright, I can get a Goldine, I could get a Seedot, Volbeat, Illumise, or a Corfish on this route. What are these berries?
Whipper.
I think these are just Pokeblock items. Items, berries, Whipper. Yes, Pokeblock ingredients. But I might as well take you. If nothing else, you're selling fodder. Dwee dippa da dwee. Right, so you've got a trainer there. Shit. Please be less than 20. Oh fuck, you're a breeder. You have a full team! What the fuck? No, I don't like that. Shit. Let's swap into Lost Boy? Maybe? Shit. Shit. Alright, let's triple each seed. Whisper was seeded. No shit, you're making an uproar. Okay. Alright, come on. 79. Talo. Mega Drain. No, I'm an idiot. Oh wait, no, you're not bug type. Fuck. In retrospect, doing a Nuzlocke is not great for my anxiety. You know, just in retrospect. Right. You know, in retrospect. I wish I could do a good Patrick Warburton impression. That would be fun. Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Surprisingly, one of the only... No, not quite getting it right where I needed to be. Halfway decent Gandalf, but still. What are you sending out now? A Zigzagoon? Zigzadie? Die. Yeah, that was just pathetic. Darling, just because you have thick eyelashes do not make them effeminate. All they do is bracket lovely, lovely eyes. Which honestly, if you have a pale eye color, just makes them that much more piercing. Like, I had a friend in college who had ice blue eyes and the thickest eyelashes you have ever seen. Like, very much in the, you are either a model or a serial killer piercing eyes. It's ridiculous. I mean, sweetie, you have the eyes to enthrall either gender. If you weren't already married with a kid, I'd say play the fucking field. That being said, though, I hope you and AJ are undoubtedly happy, because your life story just seems the cutest fucking thing in the world, and I want it to keep going. Look, I'm a bitter and lonely fuck. Like, getting to enjoy the romance of the people around me that I care about is about the closest thing I get to a fulfilling relationship at this point. That was a very romance novel-ass description, and I love it. Much better than any time most of my family has tried to describe eye color. Specifically me. My eyes have lightened over the years, but growing up they were always a very deep brown. So, let's see, what was the exact cadence of it? Talking with my grandmother on my mom's side, saying I have eyes the color of mud, and she had eyes blue the color of laundry water. I am not good with words. I'm in fact quite patently awful with them. Like, hands down. Which is ironic, given the fact that I have been DMing a D&D campaign for the past 4.5 years, and words are the primary medium that is used. And also I was a theater major. Like, a performance theater major. Like, words are literally my job. Alright, 3 more levels and then Lost Boy gets an evolution. Fuck you, Isaac. Right. Now, let's use our old rod here. That is fucking awesome. I am so happy for you guys. Like, between the delightful chaos of your farm and a wee bairn in your lives, the fact that you both are so obviously in love with each other to exist in this life you've created for yourselves is just fucking awesome. Dupes claws. Bite the fishy. Enjoy the sashimi. Chomp. But yeah, no, like, legitimately, I am so ecstatically happy that you and AJ found each other. Like, admittedly, you and I have not existed in each other's orbits for a long time. At all. And I'm still so freaking happy for you guys. Ooh, who's the couple happier than you two? You're about to see your parents, aren't you?
Aww.
Shoutouts to the Queer Sibling Brigade. My little sister and her fiance just got married in January, and I officiated their wedding. She and her wife are the sweetest fucking thing. Crazy does not mean unloving. I am a legitimate example of that. I am batshit crazy, but I'm very much a person of, if you are a person I care about, there are very few people that will stand between me and making sure you are okay. The only time that crazy people are a problem is if they are set against you. If they're on your side, they're the best fucking thing in the world. You know, that's fair. Like, sometimes putting the label and the monetary and financial burden on a relationship in that regard is the worst thing you can do for it. There have been many people in my life growing up that their parents have never gotten married or are very similarly divorced but still together. It's just... marriage is an institution, and sometimes it feels more like an institutionalization than anything else. Need to go back and heal because Lost Boy Key, the Shroomish, is running out of PowerPoints. Your usable PP is shrinking, my friend. And yes, I'm very aware of what I just said. I avoid using the abbreviation until I can make a joke about it, if I'm being completely honest here. I'm hesitant to leave anything at the Pokemon their care because I'll just overlevel everything if I do. Yep, agreed. Marriage licenses are a pain in the ass. I say this as an ordained minister. They are a pain in the ass. Granted, I'm also saying this as a person who has literally only officiated one wedding, but it is also a wedding where I got recontacted by their Chamber of Commerce because items were left unfilled on the marriage license. Which is also because we were filling it out outside in the middle of winter after everyone left the altar. It was weird.
Aww.
That's really sweet, Lost Boy. And hey, like, fundamentally, if it works for them and it works for everyone involved, that's all that matters. I didn't want to add you to my fucking nav. Fuck the triathletes. Fuck off, Dylan. Oh, yes. You missed my triathletes rant earlier, Lost Boy, and that's not a bad thing, if I'm being honest. My home plays host to the Ironman Triathlon every year, and it is... The polite word I'm going to use is exhausting. Stop that. Stun spore. Good. Small town vibes. I mean, like, I can't even say anything. Ray and I have, like, been in each other's orbit for the last, like, decade and a half, but really only got to know each other within, like, the last 4. Like, very much in the... I'm pretty sure I watched them play high school volleyball against my hometown. Which is also something I only know because they outright said that throughout most of their high school career, their hair was bright blue. But also in describing the unofficial mascot of my hometown, and specific bullshit therein, called mention to a very specific game that I was actually at. And I don't think I've ever actually told them that I think I was there for that specific game. And I don't know how to react to that. But yeah. So, my hometown's mascot, unofficial mascot, we don't actually have a mascot. Our unofficial mascot had always been a slightly thick and portly individual in a red morph suit with sweatbands and baggy basketball shorts. Yeah, we're an imaginative bunch. But they're also very much a person that has a tendency, in at least the first 2 iterations, to take things slightly too far. Going beyond the, like, going slightly past the orange monster gritty and going into malicious asshole territory. Like, they play jump rope with that line a lot. And yeah, kind of picked a little bit of a fight with Rachel's team, and I think I might have been the audience for that one. I don't think I've ever actually told Ray that. And they're not in the chat right now, so that's a safe thing for me to say right now. So shush. We've talked about the mascot and that they're, in many cases, bit of a minute. Stop that! No! Don't kill my mushroom lad. I've already experienced one death this stream. Don't make me experience two. No! Why is everyone obsessively adding me to their Pokemon labs at this point? It's ridiculous. Where even am I? Am I between here and Verdanturf Town, I believe? Yeah, Verdanturf. I fundamentally wish I could give each of you the biggest fucking hug. As someone who has family in Tennessee and knows exactly how rough existing there can be, even just through hearsay, I applaud you both for sticking to exactly who you are, finding each other to help each other stick to that point, and staying just the utter beacons of light that the two of you are. Like, seriously, hats off to both of you. Like, I wish I could give both of you the biggest fucking hug right now. But unfortunately, I'm stuck in northern New York, which makes it a bit difficult to be, you know, affectionate beyond just espousing, which unfortunately relates to basically platitudes at this point. A cuddle pile indeed, good sir. A cuddle pile indeed. Saint Snake. Interesting. Right. Yeah. I'm glad, like, fundamentally, that you both remain strong to be the utter gems that you are currently. That is a testament to both you, the people that you surrounded yourself with, and just the strength of character therein. So, honestly, hats off to both of you. Alright, let's actually go get the Route, I think, 110 encounter, because we've just been getting nothing but dupes because we've been fishing. So let's just go in the grass and actually get something here. What you say? What we gonna... Well, that was fast. Jeebus. Yay, very gay Texas. Which, I'm gonna be honest, feels a bit like a thing that doesn't exist. I know it does. In someone that has a lot of friends in the, like, Houston, Austin theater network down there. Like, I know it exists, but it feels so counterintuitive to say out loud. I forgot to heal. I am an idiot. Go Sanic. Are we actually gonna get a usable encounter here? No! Another fucking Puchiana! And I forgot to heal again, fuck. Just gonna run away. Alright. Heal first, Codex. Heal first. There we go. Now, which route am I on currently? I can't remember. 110? No, 117. Right. Golding, sea dot, volbeat, ilmise, and crawfish. And let's try this patch of grass here. Well, you're fucking useless, but at least you're something new. Yeah, no, gonna be that guy. Volbeat and Illumise are a waste of an encounter. What even is this voice? I don't even know. Slightly Cockney. But, like, not even. Just sort of, just guttural Cockney. It is a lot easier to notice those tells. Let's see, what was I dubbed by a whole bunch of my gay friends at New Paltz? I believe I was dubbed an enforcer for the Alphabet Mafia. Very much that, like, gotta be honest, straight cis white guy. But at the same time, if you fuck with any of my beans, you're dead. Like, hands down, I am a 6 foot tall liberal redneck. If you fuck with those I care about, you have signed a fucking death warrant for yourself. Like, I am not a naturally combative person until you threaten the people I care about. And then I'm a problem. Like, even back when I was a wispy little shit, like, I'm a person who is trained in firearms, thrown weapons, melee weapons. I am not a person to be trifled with. Exactly. Like, regardless of last name, these are my family. You threaten them, you and I will have problems. The severity of these problems are completely in your court. But if it is an untenable situation, an untenable solution will be reached. God, I was not much of a bar party guy when I was in college. But one of the few times I went out with a few of my friends in the theater department, a couple of people from across the river, from Marist, were sort of glaring at people I cared about. And it's something that I have kept quiet from them to this day, because I didn't want them to have to worry about it or even think about it. But it was like a couple of Marist assholes that were just annoyed that, you know, some of the most beautiful women in that bar were gay and had no inclination to have anything to do with them, and took that as a personal slight. And, yeah, no, Codex kind of stepped in and honestly gave my most effective glare I have ever given in my life. God, what's that I said? What was it? Their lack of interest in you is not an indictment upon yourself. But if you take umbrage with that fact, you and I will have issues, I think was what I said. And I was also, at the time, still stone cold sober, so I didn't even stumble over that. No! I was not trying to transfer Lumise into the death box. No! Alright, we're gonna go back to the PC. Handgun, long gun, and thrown projectile. Mostly knife and tomahawk, in my regard. Enough CQC where I can get by, but nothing specifically trained to any degree. Little bits from Jiu-Jitsu, little bit of Taekwondo that I got from a kid, and then also the fact that I'm aware that I just have reach sort of morphed into my own specific style of just wrap them up and then just knock them down. I mean, I just grew up in a hunting town. Ooh, illegally down. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I truly wish that I could get in the HEMA circuit for medieval fencing, but they just don't exist where I am. Like, I wish I could learn proper longsword combat. And like proper medieval combat. I would love to learn, this is a bit of an indictment against my heritage, but I would love to learn French rapier main hand and dagger offhand combat. I forget the exact name for it. But yeah, no, just that purely offensive style is just so nice to me. Oh god. So I might be showing my age a bit here. But Lost Boy, are you familiar with Spike's, like Spike TV's The Deadliest Warrior? Further context, however, is that it is a show that pitched either specific warrior cultures or specific individuals against each other by testing their weapons and learning of their fighting styles. And it was a hokey show. Dear God, I have hiccups. But they were testing the capabilities of Shaka Zulu versus William Wallace. So they were testing the Zulu poison spit, which is literally just a slurry of highly acidic poison that the Zulu sort of like built up an immunity towards, that they would just spit out at their opponents. So they were testing the range of that. However, the group that were fighting for William Wallace, or like doing all of his gear testing, literally just picked up the claymore and just popped it up against themselves, and just looked them dead in the eyes like, well, how far can you spit, laddie? Just sort of like pointing out the massive fucking William Wallace claymore, which was about the 45-inch blade. But yeah, no. Deadliest Warrior, as someone who loves blade design, was fucking awesome for me. That and Forged in Fire are my goddamn crack. And unfortunately, only one of those is. Oh, you're still an active combatant. Bugmaniac, hello, no. But only one of those is still an active intellectual property, unfortunately. But just talks. I think. Don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare. Oh, thank God.
Okay. I don't like that. Let's go to the flying type, because I really don't like that. That makes me nervous.
That would be a hell of a bout. But I honestly, like, unfortunately, I think the biggest issue is that Julius Caesar is a leader of men, and while he is combat trained, like, it's the difference between being a frontline and a backline commander. I think that Julius Caesar is hands down the better tactician and the better strategist. However, I think that William Wallace might be the better warrior. Put their armies against each other, I think Caesar wins. Put man against man, I think Wallace wins hands down. And that's not even getting into the fact that it's literally Bronze Age versus late Iron to early Steel Age, in terms of weapon capabilities. Sorry, my hands were getting a little bit stiff. Oh, good lord, it's gone on 1 AM. Alright, let's do a double battle here. Well, here's the thing. It would be Roman ballista versus Scottish guerrilla tactics. Like, especially considering it would be at an era after the Romans had died out, but with a culture that survived past them that would know Roman tactics is, I think, the biggest issue here. Like, it is far more easy to test disparate cultures of various time periods against each other, but, like, the Scots, as in the descendants of the Pict tribes that fought the Romans as part of the Gallic hordes, like, they knew the playbook at that point. They knew what to watch out for. Oh, look.
Aralts.
Did I just... I just tried synthesize. Oh.
Rude.
No, I was right the first time. Last board will use tackle against the rounds, and that will use confusion against the Doduo. Well, here's the thing. That would also be pre-horse Scotland. I think. No, actually, no, that would not be. That would have been horses were a part of Scotland. Ignore me. It's 1 a.m. where I'm at, and I only got like 3.5 hours of sleep last night. I am. My logic center is struggling. I think that the one... I mean, depending on the time period, the Romans literally described the Scottish tribes as the... What was it? The moving red hedge. Because they were just nothing but red hair, red beard, and red body hair everywhere, just running into combat. They were a moving red hedge of just floof of combat. In specifically describing the Pictish tribes of Scotland and Ireland. But considering it is the Celtic druids and Picts that we get most of the wood tattoo markings and things, like in Braveheart, of the blue stained paintwork on their faces is woad applications, WOAD. Good lord, my throat is gone. Well, the issue is the expected versus the unexpected avenue of attack. And that is something I will actually give benefit of the doubt to Caesar. As a person trained to only see combat coming from the battlefield, the surprise attack from behind is not something he ever even thought to worry about. Oh lordy, my throat is gone. I need to think of something I need to say right now that I'm not pitching my voice. But yeah, I think we're gonna save the game here. I'll probably do a smidge bit of training, just to get people abreast of the level cap. Especially considering I think the Azumarill, and if I evolve it, a Breloom might have the best chance of a special defense against Wallace. Not Wallace. Fuck. Watson. Goddamn. But yeah, so I'll drop into the just chatting box and just chat for a little bit, because this is actually a lovely avenue of conversation that I thoroughly enjoy. If I'm being honest. As someone who is a bit no, fuck the emus. They were at war with the emus. They were not allies of the emu. Anyone who could actually tame an emu, I think, is fit to rule the world, because they are an unruly fucking demon bird. Like, the only thing that beats them in surliness is a fucking cassowary, and they're the fucking dinosaur. Yes, there's a difference between utilizing your enemy and coming in astride them. You can grab up a whole bunch of fucking emu and basically just paradrop them in, saying, hey, fuck them up. And it's very different between using them as an ally. Like, it's very much the... Literally, exactly. Somewhere between that and in medieval England, using plague-ridden corpses as trebuchet and catapult ammo. Of, it's your problem now! And launching it past enemy lines. It's something we can laugh about now in retrospect, but at the time was so fucking wrong. Oh, God. Very much one of those moments of, oh, if the Geneva Conventions existed back then, that would have been a problem. Yeah, that we know of. And no, Australia, that is not an invitation to find a new one. In fact, please don't. My father will try to hug it. And not in a suicidal way. He just loves snakes a little too much. Like, kind of takes a page out of Steve Irwin's book a little too much. They already have the inland taipan. I'm just wondering if they might have something that would eat it. That's what worries me. The thing that eats the taipan. That isn't a bird. Like, obviously, like, birds that strike down, like peregrine falcons, like, the impact alone kills the fucking things before they can fight back. But, like, any snake that would kill them terrifies me. Yeah, no, bigger taipans would do it. Not to be confused with Tide Pods. Those only kill millennials. Which, I can't make that joke. I'm an elder millennial. Oh, I ride that line between elder millennial and Gen X. And I only say that because I'm literally on that cusp year, and where I grew up, we were approximately like 3 to 5 years behind most technological updates of the world, given that I live in redneck New York State. But yeah. But yeah, either way. Oh, Lord. Yeah, no. my throat is gone. And admittedly, part of it is my fault because I was belting out a lot of music from Rent on my way into work this morning. And that's my fault because I exist in that amorphous range between Mark and Tom Collins, which is frustrating because a white person should never play Tom Collins. And that annoys me because I am a deep baritone singing voice naturally, which is the only character that fits that voice line in the entire show. Open your door, I'll be your tenant. Don't got much baggage to lay at your feet, but sweet kisses I've got to spare. I'll be there. Like, it's that nice, deep, rich timbre that I don't get to use any places. It's the frustrating life of a baritone that any good parts written for us died out last millennium. But yeah, no. Regardless, I hope everyone here has a lovely rest of your evening. I'm going to go to bed because I have to be out the door in less than 10 hours to go to work. So long, farewell, until we meet again. I hope you live telling, or goddamn my brain, I can't even remember my own benedictions and so longs. So long, farewell, until we meet again. May you live to tell. No. May you make better. Fuck, I'm exhausted. Make good choices or live to tell even better stories. There we go. Bye. I am going to bed now. It is well past 1 a.m. where I'm at. I'm a fucking mess. Good night, lost boy. I love you, my friend. Give AJ and the wee bean a squeeze. And the dogs. I'd not say give the reptiles a squeeze, but give the dogs a good pat and a scritchy for me. Goodbye. Wait, where's my mouse key? I'm on the wrong screen. Fuck. Bye!